Sa'd bin Muadh, may Allah be pleased with him, was wounded. Ka'b bin Asad knocked on the door. Ka'b opened the door himself instead of sending the slave. Sa'd bin Muadh said, Banu Qurayza's chief, the children of your tribe have seen that your settlement is in our encirclement. Can you say that you have not committed the sin that your entire tribe will be punished for today? Did you not think about the punishment for treason? Ka'b bin Asad said in a defeated tone, I do not deny, but I did not commit the sin that Abu Sufyan wanted me to do. Sa'd bin Muadh said, I did not do it because you asked him for a man from a high family in Jargamal. Before that, you had told him that your tribe will kill those houses in Medina where our women and children were. You had also sent a newspaper. You did not think that if a Muslim woman woke up, she would crush the Satanism of the Jews with a stick. Ka'b bin Asad said in a defeated tone, I know that Naim bin Masud has informed you that I have made an agreement with you. You should know that this news is not wrong. Whatever I did it for the safety of my tribe. Sa'd bin Muadh said, Now decide the punishment for your tribe yourself. You know that the tribe that breaks the agreement has to pay for it. Even if you do not decide your own punishment, you know what will happen to your tribe. Have you forgotten the fate of Banu Qurayza and Banu Nuzair? I swear by this wound that I have suffered in the battle of Kandak, the fate of your tribe will be worse than them. Ka'b bin Asad said, Yes, Sa'd, I know what will happen to my tribe. Our children and our women will also die. My decision is that according to the agreement, kill all the men of my tribe, and take our women and our children with you. They will be alive. Sa'd bin Muadh said, They will not only be alive, they will live a respectable life due to the mercy of the true Prophet of God. Take all your men out. Sa'd bin Muadh returned. He said to the Messenger of Allah, O Messenger of Allah, the Banu Qurayza have determined their own punishment. Kill the men who are worthy of fighting among them, and take the women, children, and old people in their custody. Everyone saw that the people of Banu Qurayza were coming out of the fort. No one got a chance to escape from the siege. Historians have written that the history of the Jews is full of corruption, disorder, and treachery. They were called the nation rejected by God. The Jews harmed those who were kind to them. Therefore, it was very dangerous to forgive the Banu Qurayza. The Muslims killed all the men of that tribe who were worthy of fighting, and took the women, children, and old people in their custody. Two historians have written that when the Messenger of Allah killed the Banu Qurayza, the Jews fought very hard. The Muslims kept the Banu Qurayza in captivity for 25 days. Finally, the Jews sent a message to the Messenger of Allah to send Sa'd bin Muadh to them to settle the matter. Therefore, Sa'd bin Muadh went and decided to kill the men of Banu Qurayza and take their women and children in their custody. The Jews who were killed were 400. Most historians have written that the Banu Qurayza did not fight, and came out of the fort to get their punishment. In Medina, with the massacre of the Jews, this mention will not be empty of interest. That before this, the Muslims had punished the two tribes of the Jews, Banu Nuzair and Banu Qurayza, for such treachery and sedition. The Jewish children of those tribes had fled to Syria. The Iranians ruled in Syria. A Christian king, Harkal, attacked and captured Syria. The Jews also treacherously treated him. Here in Medina, the Muslims were killing the Banu Qurayza. There, Harkal was killing Banu Nuzair and Banu Qurayza. There is a hadith, which has been narrated by Hisham bin Urwa, that the Messenger of Allah accepted the decision of Sa'd bin Muadh and killed the Jews of Banu Qurayza. Hisham bin Urwa has also said that his father, Hisham bin Urwa, had narrated this incident to him, that Sa'd bin Muadh had a dagger in his chest. When Banu Qurayza had been punished, by the order of the Messenger of Allah, a tent was set up near the mosque for Sa'd bin Muadh, and he was kept in it, so that his wounds could be treated easily. Sa'd bin Muadh lay in that tent, but got up, and he prayed to God that he had only one desire, that he should fight against every nation which does not consider the messenger of Allah to be a true prophet. But the fight is over. He pleaded to God that if I have to fight another battle, then give me life to be a part of it. If this chain is over, then open my wound, that I give my life in your way. This prayer of Sa'd bin Mu'adh was heard by 3-4 people, but they did not give it importance. In the morning, someone saw that blood was coming out of the tent of Sa'd bin Mu'adh. He went to the tent and saw that Sa'd bin Mu'adh had been martyred. He pleaded to God for martyrdom. God accepted his prayer. His chest wound was healed. When the news of Banu Qurayza's destruction reached Mecca, Abu Sufyan was the happiest. Abu Sufyan said, "By God, Banu Qurayza has been punished for this treachery, which his leader Ka'b bin Asad did to us. If his tribe had continued to kill in Medina, then we would have won, and we would have given Banu Qurayza the booty instead of death." Why, Khalid, wasn't Banu Qurayza's end bad? Abu Sufyan asked. Khalid said, "The grief of being deported from Medina is so great that even the greatest happiness cannot ease my grief. The friendship of a bad covenant is more dangerous than enmity. Can you tell me who the Jews have been loyal to? One cannot trust their daughters to the people for the protection and sale of Judaism." Abu Sufyan said, "We were not forced by the Muslims, but by the stormy winds. We did not have food." Khalid bin Walid said, "You did not want to fight at all, and left." Khalid was now silent. If someone called him forcibly, he would get upset. The leader of his tribe, Abu Sufyan, was afraid of him. Khalid called him a coward. Khalid had promised himself that he would defeat the Muslims. But when he remembered the Muslim warfare in the battlefield and his passion, then he would present the messenger of God, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, with a gift of excellence in his heart. Such a military passion and such a military understanding was not found in Quraysh. Khalid himself wanted to fight this battle, but he did not get support from his tribe. Today, when he was going alone towards Medina, he was reminded of the battle of Marka-e-Khandak. He was getting angry, and he was also feeling ashamed. He remembered how he had spent a year. He wanted to attack Medina again, but the people of Quraysh heard the name of Medina and ran away. Finally, he was informed that the Muslims were coming to attack Mecca. Abu Sufyan had told him this news. "The Muslims are coming to attack Mecca, only because we have proven that the tribe of Quraysh is afraid of Muhammad." Khalid said to Abu Sufyan, "Have you ever told your tribe that the Muslims can attack Mecca? Is the tribe ready to stop the attack?" Abu Sufyan said, "Now is not the time to discuss what we did and what we did not. The informer told me that the number of Muslims is about 1,500. "You can think of something," Khalid said. "I have thought. Give me 300 riders. I will stop the Muslims on the way. I will dig in the mountains of Kira-ul-Khaim. They will pass through that valley. I will throw them into those mountains." Abu Sufyan said, "Take as many riders as you want and leave immediately. Do not let them pass through the valley." Khalid remembered today that the news had a new soul in his body. He prepared 300 riders that day. The number of Muslims was 1,400. Most of them were Nafri Piyada. Khalid was happy that the leadership of his riders was in his hands. Now Abu Sufyan was not riding on his head. He had to make all the decisions himself. He left to give Muslims a decisive defeat. Khalid rested for a while and walked with his horse on the water. He did not let the horse get tired. The horse was walking slowly from Makkah. Khalid bin Walid was a very strong person. He had less desires and more intentions. He kept his mind in his grip, but while going to Medina, his mind would get caught on it. The memories were beating him like a boat floating in the stormy sea. Sometimes his mental state would be as if he wanted to reach Medina very soon, and sometimes as if he was not in a hurry to reach anywhere. The destination in front of his eyes would become a cliff, and he would see it moving far away. The horse was leaving his rider's mental turmoil unnoticed. The rider glanced at Gurdhupesh. He was going to a high place. He lifted the chain of Uhud from the sky. Khalid knew that after a while the houses of Medina would rise near those mountains. He was reminded of Gandak and Pasbai once again. He was also reminded of the killing of 400 Jews by the Muslims. The leader of Quraysh, Abu Sufyan, was very happy with the news of the destruction of Banu Qurayza, but Khalid bin Walid was neither happy nor sad. Khalid bin Walid thought that Quraysh wanted to defeat the followers of Muhammad PBUH with the support of the Jews. He put his hand on his forehead as if he wanted to clear this thought from his mind. His mind was moving back and forth. The ringing of the bells brought him out of the past. He looked left and right. On the left was Wasi Nasheb. Khalid was going up and up. 4 camels were coming down. The camels were behind each other. There was a horse on their side. 2 women, a few children, and 2 men were riding on the camels. The camels were also loaded. The horse rider was an old man. The camel was fast. Khalid slowed down his horse. This small group of camels came close to him. The old horse rider recognized him. The old man raised his arm and waved. "May your journey be easy, son of Walid. Come down, we will walk together for a while." Khalid pulled the reins of the horse to one side and put a slight bend. The horse came down. Khalid took his horse to the side of the old man's horse and expressed his happiness and said, "Abu Jurayh, is this your family?" Abu Jurayh said, "Yes, this is my family." "And you, Khalid bin Walid, where are you going? I am sure you are not going to Medina. What are you doing in Medina?" He was a man from the tribe of Ghatfan who was moving his house and going somewhere. Abu Jurayh himself said that Khalid is not going to Medina, so Khalid did not find it appropriate to tell him. Abu Jurayh said, "What are the people of Quraysh thinking? Is it not true that people are accepting Muhammad as their prophet? Will it not happen that one day the people of Medina will rush to Mecca and Abu Sufyan will put a weapon in front of them?" Khalid bin Walid said, "The leader does not consider it necessary to take revenge for his defeat. He will not consider it bad to put a weapon. Do you not remember that we all went to attack Medina together? So the people of Medina dug a ditch around them." Khalid said, "We could jump over the ditch." I jumped over the ditch. Ikrimah also went over the ditch. But our army, which also had the warriors of your tribe, watched the spectacle from a distance. The first person to retreat from Medina was our leader Abu Sufyan. Abu Jurayh said, "I do not have the strength in my arms, Ibn Walid." He put his hand forward, which was trembling with weakness. He said, "If my body would have supported me a little, I would have been with my tribe on that path. That day my tears came out. The day my tribe returned from retreating from Medina. If Qam bin Asad had not betrayed and had killed 3 or 4 Shabkuns in Medina, then the victory would certainly have been yours." Khalid was agitated. He looked at Abu Jurayh with fierce eyes and remained silent. Abu Jurayh asked, "Did you hear that a Jew from your tribe, Jarid bin Musayyib, was prepared to kill Muhammad?" Khalid bin Walid said, Yes. I heard, and I am ashamed to say that Jarid bin Musayyib was from my tribe." Abu Jurayh asked, "Where is he?" Khalid said, "It has been more than a year, he did not find out. I heard that the Jewish Jews had taken him to the Jewish magician Lays bin Moshan, and he had prepared Jarid to kill Muhammad. But in front of the swords of the Muslims, the magic of Lays bin Moshan was answered. Jarid bin Musayyib was killed by the Muslims. There were only 2 survivors from Banu Qurayza, Lays bin Moshan and Yuhawa." Abu Jurayh said, "There is only 1 survivor now, Lays bin Moshan." "Only Lays bin Moshan is alive?" Khalid asked. "And Jarid and Yuhawa?" Abu Jurayh said, "They had become ghosts. I can tell you their story. Did you see Yuhawa? She was from Mecca. If you say that you did not get agitated when you saw her, and you did not feel the heat within you, then Khalid, I will say that you are lying. Did no one tell you why the Ghatfan people of Quraysh had joined the attack on Medina? And why did the leaders of the other tribes accept Abu Sufyan as their leader? This was the magic of Yuhawa, and 4 Jews like him. Horses and camels were burning. The bells hanging from the necks of the camels were sounding like Abu Jurayj's words. Khalid was listening to them. Abu Jurayj said, Jarid bin Musayyab was captured by Yuhawa's love. You do not know, Ibn Walid, that Yuhawa did not have love for anyone other than her religion. She took Jarid with her, and took him with her. I know Lays bin Moshan. We were friends when we were young. Her father's art was magic and sorcery. Her father gave this art to her in her inheritance. Are you listening to me? Now I can do nothing but talk. Khalid laughed and said, I am listening, Abu Jurayj. I am listening carefully. He said, you must know that when our army was forced to retreat by the Muslims and the anti-Muslims by the siege of Medina, the Prophet Muhammad surrounded the settlement of Banu Qurayza. Lays bin Moshan and Yuhawa left Jarid bin Musayyab there. Khalid said, Yes, Abu Jurayj. I know that the Muslims killed all the men of Banu Qurayza and took the women and children with them. Abu Jurayj laughed and said, I know that you are fed up of my words. You are not listening to me completely. Khalid said, Tell me this from where I did not hear it before. I even know that Jarid bin Musayyab was killed in the same madness that the old Jewish mercenary had, and he himself left with Yuhawa. Abu Jurayj said, I will tell you,